and welcome. I am Life Architect Francesca Very, and I'm so happy to have you here. The best place to be to create a home and a life that you love. Today we're going to talk about one of the most common phrases I hear when I work with organizing clients to start the purging process and the work of lightening their load. Just in case. As in, I need to keep this just in case. It truly is a dead-end phrase, and today I want to talk to you about why it is and why using it will only keep you stuck in your stuff. To start, let's talk about why we feel compelled to say it. Purging is integral to any organizing endeavor. It's the physical act of letting go of things that no longer, or perhaps never did, serve a purpose in your life or your space. And the mere thought of purging conjures up a ton of fear, which is why we quickly want to justify why we must keep things. Just in case sounds reasonable in the moment. You see, often we are purging, decluttering, letting go of years of stuff that would have to have some meaning given we kept it for so long. But over time, much of what we keep loses its purpose. And that can hit us hard and fast, especially if it's something we did once like or need or use, or if it carries any sentimental weight. Our knee-jerk reaction is to put the brakes on the purge and assess the item as something you just might need, just in case. Here's the larger problem. When something loses its purpose, when we just don't have the same need or desire for something, yet we keep it, it clutters the space. It muddies the waters of how we want our space to feel. It does not serve our overall plan of how we want to feel in our space. Knowing how you want to feel in your space is important if you really want to contend with clutter. When you're clear on how you want the space to look and feel, you start to see more clearly and honestly not only what doesn't fit the plan, but why. A good motto to keep in mind is this one by William Morris. He says, "Have nothing in your house that you do not know to be useful or believe to be beautiful." It's one good standard to use to determine whether you should keep something. Think about what's in the back of your closet, in the attic, in the junk drawers, or on the top shelf of your pantry. We all have purgeable items in our home that aren't in our face enough for us to feel they need addressing. And there are some items that are always in the way, but we ignore because dealing with them feels too time-consuming, which if you didn't know, it is code for, I don't know what to do with said item. And that is when we're more likely to drop the phrase, just in case, as an answer to why we're keeping it. I mean, think about that. You need it just in case. Just in case what? The answer to that never really comes to fruition. What we need to pay attention to is that just in case, like other statements that get in the way of the purge, is a statement born out of fear. Fear of letting go, not having enough, not being ready. That is why we say it. It's a dead-end phrase that equals never and will always lead to clutter, unless you push yourself through the fears. And that is part of why purging is so difficult. You have to consciously let go in the face of fear and dig for the why behind what you are keeping. Just in case sounds like a good answer, but it really is just more of an excuse to appease your fear. We have to trust that there's a better answer, can meet the challenge of making a decision, and hold off on saying, I'm going to keep this just in case. When you have asked yourself all the necessary questions to determine if something is worthy of keeping and still come up ambivalent, that is an indication you probably need to do that scary work of letting it go. Art Garfunkel says that everything worth doing starts with being scared. And I think that's true. Fear is not the enemy in this case. It's the clue. It's the indication that it's time to act. The next time you find yourself justifying keeping something just in case, ask yourself what that means. Question your own motives. Be conscious of what you own and why. Make sure what you keep does its job of beautifying your life and your space. Otherwise, it'll likely lead you down a dead-end road. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What scares you most about letting go and lightening your load? Do you find yourself saying, just in case? Tell me in the comments. And if you liked what you saw in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up to support me and my channel. If you're new here, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a single video I post on how to get and stay organized and live minimally and simply. I'd love to have you come back and join me. Until next time, remember, you are the architect of your life. You have the power to choose the content, the thoughts, things, and people that will make it a life you love. See you soon.